How's it going, everybody? We are live. Everything's looking good. Microphone sounds good. Mic check. Camera check. And the market is live. We're going to be having a lot of interesting moves happening today. So I'm looking at gold and I'm also looking at Bitcoin. I'm feeling quite uneasy about taking trades today only because we've got major news coming out today. So before getting into the full details of the news, I gotta let you guys know that it's important to use proper risk management today. It's super important to use proper risk management today because today we have got the mother lode of all news. It's going to be the NFP news, which usually comes out on Friday, the first Friday of the new month, but the U.S. government has moved it to today for unknown reasons. But what's important to understand is the NFP news comes out today, and it's basically the non-farm payroll. And the non-farm payroll means how many people were hired, and they're in the U.S. How many people are getting their salaries? How many people are getting their paychecks? Everybody excluding farmers. That's why it's called non-farm payroll. So everyone who's on payroll, what is the statistics of that in the entire country of the United States? So the ones who are getting paid, is it getting paid above? Are they getting paid less? So a high NFP simply means that it's going to bring in a lot of volatility. And that is something super important in today's market. Welcome, she. I think if I said that correctly. Welcome, Sheen. I remember you from yesterday. Go down or go up? That's a very good question. We don't know yet. We have no idea yet. So let's look at it from a long point of view. So like I mentioned yesterday's live, I said that price looks like it was rejecting over here, and we have a bearish, it's a bearish market structure with a bullish momentum. So here it looked like there was bullish momentum. We talked about this literally 24 hours ago at this time. I was sitting over here, and it looked like price was bullish only because it was respecting this relative equal low. But I did mention something. I did say that I had a good feeling that price is going to come down over here into this zone over here, come down to this exact point, which is where the lower high was taken out over here when the market structure shift happened. And this is precisely where I felt like price was going to come over here and it's going to start making moves. Because this is exactly right over here is precisely where I believe that the market was going to be coming down. And as you can see today, the market has reached exactly at that level. And now that the price has reached at that level, you can see liquidity sweep. You can see liquidity sweep 1, liquidity sweep 2, and the ultimate liquidity sweep, which a lot of traders got trapped over here, is this sweep over here. Now that we have this bullish candle, it's safe for me to say, safe, I'm not giving you 100% certainty. It's safe to say that Bitcoin is currently bullish. Safe to say that Bitcoin is very high possibility probably going to go up from here. I'm expecting a move up. However, if the move does not come into play, this is what I'm expecting. All right, if we entered around here, precisely at this level over here, that's precisely where I feel like price is going to be going. And you could place a small stop loss over here, and you could target the next high over here, which gives you a whopping almost 12-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio. However, there is NFP news today. So that being said, because there is NFP news today, I'm anticipating that there is going to be a lot of traps, a lot of liquidity sweeps. Personally, I never trade NFP news because usually NFP is always placed on a Friday. And on a Friday, when the NFP news is placed, you're going to be finding a lot of market manipulation because Friday is known to create a lot of manipulation. But oddly enough, this will be my first NFP on a Wednesday. I don't know why they made the move. However, they made the move because they can. So now that they made the move, I don't know how the market is going to be reacting to the news during a Wednesday session. However, based on the technicals, it does look bullish to me. It does look like price has already done its manipulation over here. However, my honest opinion is if you're looking for trades, don't be trading the news, don't trade before the news, and definitely is don't trade after the news. Super, super, super important to talk about that. All right, so the next thing we're going to be looking at would be gold. So somebody asked me if it's looking for up. You're looking for up. Welcome, Oriane. Welcome, Cream. You are here, Almighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, looking for up. Exactly. So for Bitcoin, we're looking bullish for now. And also for gold, we've had a surge of liquidity that just got pumped into the New York Open because the New York session currently is open. The liquidity comes in at 8:30 a.m. New York time, and right now it is 8:07. So you're going to be finding price starting to enter right now. You're going to see a lot of liquidity coming in at this point of time. There's still a lot of uncertainty. However, price is moving. You can see this massive liquidity sweep over here. So that being said, we're going to be going up from here because I believe that price is bullish. Based on what I'm looking at, I believe that price is bullish. There is a liquidity sweep that happened here just in the last 30 minutes. So yesterday we were here. Where were we? It was somewhere around Tuesday. We were in this range over here. Okay, we found that we were in a consolidation box. We found that the New York session had a lot of sweeps over here, and price, since this sweep over here, it took off all the way up here because we are still in a bullish move, as I mentioned in my chart. Where did I mention it? Voila, right here, bullish. So to come back into the lower time frame, you could see on a 30-minute time frame, it filled out this fair value gap that was caused over here, this imbalance right here. And also, this sweep is a big sweep. I mean, this has got to be a lot of points. This has got to be, how many points is this? This is a lot of volume. We've got 35 pips over here, 35 pips, 35 quick pips. And if you're looking at, in other words, 350 points, which is a lot. 350 points of a sweep is quite a lot. So let's just see what happens on the 30-minute time frame. If the price over here, this candle that's forming right now, if it closes below over here, then I'm looking for shorts. If it closes above, then I'm looking for longs. But for the time being, there was a breakout candle outside of the consolidation box. And because it broke outside of the consolidation box, it is precisely the reason why I'm looking for longs. Because this is all the accumulation that's happened over here. This is the breakout, and this is the fake out. And now we're probably looking for a bullish momentum. However, again, I gotta mention, we got 20 minutes until the NFP news comes out, along with plenty of other news. I mean, we've got NFP, and we've got unemployment rate and average hourly earnings. So once that comes out, we're going to be able to see what's going to happen in the next 15 minutes after the market opens up. So yeah, that's what we're going to be discussing right now. Do you guys have any other coins or any other things you would like me to do a technical analysis on? I could look at other things, I don't mind. So far, Bitcoin and gold looks bullish to me, but that could flip based on the data that we're going to be getting from the US government. So far, so good. Let's take a look on the lower time frame. We could see rejection over here. This is the fair value gap fill. Also on the 5-minute time frame, there was a fair value gap fill. If you go on a 1-hour time frame as well, it was filled, this one, but then this one isn't really fair. I mean, it's a tiny fair value gap, doesn't count. 5 minutes, it definitely filled it. The 1-minute time frame, These are tiny. It doesn't really count. 5 minutes, it definitely filled. 15 minutes, let's check. It filled it. 30 minutes, it filled it. All right, so we have 5 minutes until we see what's going to happen in this candle. There's a rejection here. However, this is not going down. It still looks bullish. And it's also above a level that I've marked. This is a temporary level. This is just a consolidation level. Okay, this candle over here was a break of this high. All right, this is just a temporary level. It's not a significant level. It's just a temporary level. Got to see what's happening. Want me to check Ethereum? All right, let's do that. Let's look at Ethereum. Plenty of charts over here. Gotta find Ethereum. All right, let's look at Ethereum. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is a clean chart. I normally never trade Ethereum, but I would love to take a look at it. I mean, it'll be interesting for both me and you. We can look at Ethereum while we wait for moves from Bitcoin and gold. But yeah, let's check out Ethereum. This will be my first time actually charting Ethereum, so it'll be fun. So what we can see is that we have a downtrend. All right, so we have lower highs. See, let me mark this here. Yep, lower highs. All right, and we got a lower high here. Over here. BTC is going down right now. Yeah, liquidity is coming down. Liquidity is coming down hard. So, I mean, if you're in a trade, I feel sorry for you. You shouldn't be trading the news. Super volatile. Our lower high is here. Price is going up. Over here. And here. And here. And here. Right there. Right there. It's interesting. The lower highs are quite close. Okay, this is the higher low. Let's see. It is still, Ethereum is still in a downtrend. Ethereum is definitely not in an uptrend. This is a 100% downtrend. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add bearish because the market is bearish for Ethereum. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, it's still bearish. It needs to take out this high right here. Once it takes out this high at 2,193, then you can expect it to be bullish. But for now, don't be fooled. Ethereum is bearish, despite what you may see. All right, fair value gap filled over here. Market structure shift over here. Price is going up, came down, it filled it. You can see the rejection. It's good, but we are still bearish. So don't be fooled by the charts. All right, so this is my analysis for Ethereum or yen. That's basically what I'm looking at. It's currently bearish. But that could flip. Like I said, we've got 15 minutes now. 15 minutes. 15 whole minutes until you guys see an insane amount of liquidity. Insane amount of liquidity. We've got 15 minutes until liquidity starts coming in to the market. Let's see. Any other coins? Any other things you guys want to ask me? Feel free to ask me. We've got 14 minutes until we see what the news does to the markets. So in the next 14 minutes, I'm all yours. So ask me questions. I'm more than happy to investigate, to study, to answer with you. You switched to different time frame, I see. I don't know how it works. Okay, so you should write this down. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame, all right, I mark my levels. On the 4-hour time frame, I mark my levels. So I mark the highs and the lows of the market. 4-hour time frame, I mark the levels. The 1-hour time frame, I mark the imbalances. Because for me personally, I feel like the imbalances are the most visible thing on a 1-hour time frame. They're the most efficient ones. On the 1-hour time frame, imbalances get filled very cleanly. The cleanest moves happen on the 1-hour time frame. And then on 30-minute time frame, you get to understand the volatility, the strength. The 30-minute time frame is simply understanding the strength. Like how powerful is the move? The displacement candles are the best in 30-minute time frame. And then 15-minute time frame and 5-minute time frame is for confirmations. So 5 minutes and 15 minutes are confirmations. They're both equal. Obviously, 15 minutes is cleaner than the 5-minute time frame. But for me, the 15-minute time frame is safer. 5-minute time frames, manipulations do happen. But either way, they're both equally as good. And the 1-minute time frame, I only like to look at it just to see rejections, because you can see a lot of rejections happening in the 1-minute time frame. And usually after those rejections on a 1-minute time frame, you can catch a nice clean scalp trade. So for example, as you can see over here, this box that I've drawn, this is a range over here that I've drawn. And how perfectly did price come down in the 1-minute time frame over here in Bitcoin? It rejected it perfectly and then it went up. So for me, it's a clean thing to look at on the 1-minute time frame just to see your levels, if it's being respected or not. If it's being respected on a 1-minute time frame, then you can look for your entries on a 5-minute time frame. All right, so Bitcoin is now obviously bearish because a lot of people are currently feeling bullish about Bitcoin. Everyone's thinking Bitcoin is going up. Even I'm thinking Bitcoin's going up. I believe it's going up. But then during news sessions, especially around NFP, you're going to find a lot of manipulations. A lot of price manipulations happens around this time. All right. Looking at gold right now, you can see that it came down. It's done another rejection over here in the 15 minutes. All right. So this is liquidity sweep. Price came up. It rejected 1, 2, 3 times. And then it's coming down. But there is more. There's also, excuse me, I just had lunch. There's also rejections on the downside over here. And you can see that this is also rejecting. So let's take a look at the 1-minute time frame. Let's see what's happening. We got to see the smaller picture. We got to understand what's happening. All right, price came in, comes a rejection. We've got 8 seconds, 5 seconds until this candle closes. All right, so here it's interesting. This could be a bullish move only because over here you're going to see that price has come down, and this is an inverse fair value gap. And you can also see price has skipped a small pip over here when it opened up, which means that there is a very high chance it's going to be pushing a very powerful move upside, because this is an inverse fair value gap that was just filled. But then again, now COMEX just opened. COMEX is the stock market, the US stock market. The US stock market opens up 10 minutes before New York open. And right now is precisely the time that COMEX just opened up. And COMEX is basically the indices, like, you know, the US 30, US 500, US 100. It just opened right now, and we can start to see liquidity being pumped into the market. Definitely, you can see it in gold. You'll definitely see it on indices, but then we're not going to look at indices right now. You can see Bitcoin rejecting beautifully with a nice bullish candle forming right now. Everything is happening live. This is my favorite time in the market, to be honest. This is my favorite time of the day. You guys still believe that it's going down? Yee. What if it goes up? What if it goes down? We're not going to know. We're not going to know until the news comes out. So we're just going to have to wait until the news comes out. All right. Let's see what happens. Everything right now that's going on in the market is simply playing with your emotions. Right now, everything that's happening, the market is just playing with your feelings. It just wants to play with your feelings. So don't give into it. Don't get hurt by it. Don't enter a trade using fear or FOMO or anything. Relax. It's still 9 minutes until the news comes out. Once the news comes out in 9 minutes, then you can look for setups after the news passes. Because like I mentioned yesterday, the news is a tsunami wave that comes in and wipes and liquidates a lot of traders. So just be patient. Let price come to you, to your levels. You know your plan. Look at your chart. Look at your analysis, and wait for the setups to come to you. Alrighty. All right. Any other questions? We have 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The news comes out in 7 minutes and 30 seconds from now. Not long. It's 5:22 p.m. here in Dubai, and at 5:30 p.m., which is in exactly 7 minutes and 15 seconds, that is when the market is going to open up and it's going to bring in a lot of liquidity. You guys might see the biggest move of your life happening today. Not that I'm trying to exaggerate, but it's very likely to happen. So let's just take a look and see what's going on in the world today. All right, we could see 2 rejections from gold. Gold is trying to take out this higher high again, since there was already a breakout in this consolidation zone. I need to mark it and add the word consolidation box. Right, now we know. Okay, it looks like there was a breakout. It was a clean breakout. Price came back, filled the imbalance, went up, and it had to come back down to rebalance. And from here, we're going to be seeing interesting moves from the market. All right, so bear with me, everybody. How are we feeling today? How are you guys doing? How long have you guys been trading? What's your trading career like? How long have you been in the industry? Have you been trading for 5 years? Have you been trading for a year? You've been trading for a month? What's the thing that makes trading difficult for you? When you look at the charts, do you feel anxious or do you feel excited? Talk to me. I want to understand how you guys feel when you're looking at the charts. We've got a poll going on right now, so it would be nice if you guys can take a look at the poll so you can understand what is going on in the poll right now. Looking at the comments section right now, everybody seems excited, waiting for the trade. Oriane is longing and Sheen has shorted. So I think we're going to sit here and talk about who's going to win and who's going to lose after the news comes out. Because you guys are news trading. And since you guys are news trading, things are going to get ugly. Fundamental news today will affect market for sure. Absolutely, 100% it's going to affect the market. And I highly advise you guys not to trade the news, but you guys can do as you like. This is your trading capital. It's your account. I'm just sharing what my analysis shows, and I'm just sharing my trades for the day. Alrighty. Guys, if you want to learn how to trade and you want to understand how to be an active full-time trader, there's a QR code right above my head right there. Just use your phone, snap it, join our Telegram and Discord group actually, but I'm more active on Discord. Telegram is like a news update, but on Discord, we're mostly sharing chart analysis. We're discussing with other traders on how to become a better trader. And also, we're also talking about mentorship program that we've been doing once a week for now. We're going to be increasing it to twice a week since there's more and more people coming in. We're a whole new community right now looking for active traders such as yourself. So be a part of the community and also get access to free ebooks where I'm talking about how to trade on an institutional level. And these ebooks are really going to help you completely free. You guys don't need to do anything. Just join the group and ask someone in the the Discord admins for the book, and we'll send it to you. And you can ask me questions directly. I'll respond to your messages or put your chart analysis. I'll be more than happy to look at what you're looking at and tell you whether you're right, whether you're wrong, how you can improve, how you can be better. QR link right there. You enter into a gateway of a community, a new community of multiple traders who want to be better. So be a part of it, guys. Now we've got exactly 3 minutes until the news comes out. So let's take a look. Oh man, why do you feel like an idiot? You can tell me, you can express yourself. Whoever is watching right now, we've got big news coming in. We've got massive news coming in. I highly advise you to close your trades and let the market take the tsunami wave of a storm that's coming. Let the market move, and then once it retraces, we look for setups. But for the time being, guys, look for your safety. Risk management is super important to stay in the game as long as you can. It's not about how much money you make or how much money you lose or you don't lose. It's about how you keep your big bag safe, your portfolio, your main portfolio. You want to keep that safe at all times. Alrighty, guys? Let's see what happens. So far, so good. Gold is pumping a little bit, just a tiny bit, but I'm expecting a move. Like, what am I expecting? I'm expecting price to go up all the way here and to go down all the way here, all within a minute. And we have exactly a minute and 30 seconds until the market opens up and moves. All right, I can see you guys have taken the poll that I listed, and right now everybody believes the market is bullish. Very interesting. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. You can see gold is reflecting. It's coming down to the higher high over here, and it's reacting to it. Probably going to go down a little bit. You can also see NASDAQ is reacting to it slowly. The big moves are coming soon, guys. The big moves are coming soon. We've got 3 US red folders coming out right now. We've got 60 seconds. 60 seconds until the news comes, and it's going to do a lot of damage to people's accounts. So please be careful. You've got 60 seconds to close your trades because liquidity is coming in right now. There we go. You can see liquidity is already coming in. We've got 30 seconds and you can start to see price is already reacting. You can already see price is reacting, guys. This is Bitcoin. All right, let's see what's happening on gold. Gold is coming down. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. All right. Let's do it. We've got big news coming out. We've got average hourly earnings, and we've got non-farm employment change and an unemployment rate. We've got 3 seconds. 2, 1, and New York session opened just now. We could see that Bitcoin has jumped by how many pips is that? How many pips is that? Bitcoin has jumped by 500 pips. By 500 pips already. Bitcoin has jumped, and now you can see the buyers and sellers are entering the market. Let's look at gold. Gold is dumping. Remember, gold, we are bullish. We are currently bullish on gold, but as you can see, it is dumping right now very aggressively. 400 pips right now. 400 goddamn pips. That's crazy. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing a sweep here. It's doing a sweep there. This is what the news does. Guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is actually insane. Let me zoom this out so you guys can see what is going on. So I'm looking at the news right now. The average hourly earnings is positive. The NFP is positive. The unemployment rate is positive. So the US dollar is positive. Everything for the US dollar is strong. The US government just released their data, and the dollar is doing really good, which is why price is reacting negatively against it. You're seeing gold react very aggressively, and it's full on mind-blowing. Oh my God, what is this? That is 666 pips Almost satanic. 666. That's a lot of pips in 1 minute. That is a lot of pips. My God, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is insane. That is insane. Crazy. Whew. I had an entry over here, right here. I just had an entry over here. I took the trade and it entered into my limit order exactly on this level. Now, why did I have a trade at this level over here? Because this is precisely where, let's go on the 1 hour time frame. This level is precisely where the lower high was taken out. This is precisely where I placed the trade, and I added, mind you, a very small trade, and I just secured some very nice pips. Price came down, it activated my trade, and I've already secured my profit, and I'm done for the day. This is how I trade news. I place my limit orders in specific levels, and I have small, tiny stop losses, and I'm done for the day. You guys need to do the same thing every day if you're going to be news trading. You shouldn't have trades open beforehand, and you shouldn't have trades going on during the news. However, you can have your limit orders placed at extreme opposite levels to be able to catch any good moves that comes down, because that's where there's an injection of liquidity that's coming into the market right now. Can you see that? You want me to show you the news? Yes, I can. Give me a second. I need to add that on my OBS. Let's see what I can do. Browser, Forex Factory. All right. Let me show you guys how you can read the news. Let's see. While I set this up, if you guys have any trading questions, feel free to ask. Where is it? All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to stretch this out just so you guys can have an idea. Okay, right there. Let's just take a look at the news real quick. So we have average hourly earnings, all right, NFP, which is non-farm employment change, but us traders, we call it NFP directly, and then unemployment rate. So when you click on the folder, you get the news from forexfactory.com. This is the only place you guys need to go to catch your news, because it's the one place that the entire world looks at. I mean, if you want to see how many active people are looking at this right now, you might be able to. There should be like a number somewhere. Yeah, so you could see on the left side of the corner over there, 28,000 people online right now looking at the news. So anyway, coming back, looking at the news, 5:30 p.m. Dubai time, which is 8:30 a.m. United States time. The actual forecast for the news is 0.4%, and it's green color. So if it's green color, it means it's positive for the dollar, and the forecast was 0.3. So it's above than the forecast. So that means the US dollar is strong. The same thing goes with the non-farm employment change. The forecast was 66,000 only, and instead 130,000. I mean, that's more than double. It's usually just a couple thousand difference, but this is a massive difference. This is a huge difference, which explains the 666 pip move on gold. That being said, the same thing goes on unemployment rate. It's just 0.1% positive. So it's all green for the US dollar. Yep. And because of that, you can see the market reacting the way it did, very violently, very aggressively, right? So now it seems like the market is stuck and it's done a liquidity sweep over here. All right, we can see a nice clean liquidity sweep over here, and the market seems like it is not moving at all. This is only because right now the buyers and sellers are putting in and accumulating their orders as much as possible. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you could say the same thing right now. It's done a big move. It's gone up. It's baited a lot of people, because a lot of people thought that the market was going down because of this massive rejection wick. And looks like a bearish engulfing candle. However, it turned out to go up, liquidated people over here, also stopped more people over here, because anyone who entered a buy trade over here probably got stopped out because price came down. And let's see what happens. We're still not done with the news cycle. This is why you guys should not trade the news. When you trade the news, the price does stuff like this. Price will always be playing with your feelings like this. You gotta stay away from the news at least 2 minutes before, 2 minutes during, and after. Avoid news trading as much as possible. Let the market move, and then once it starts moving and the earthquake passes away, then you can come back to your technical analysis. Let me look at the comments section. Okay, can I trade some news with you? My news is I learned something new. That is funny. That's a pun, bro. That's really funny. Super, super funny. All right, amazing. Amazing, guys. That's really good news. But we're gotta now. So now that the fundamentals have passed, and you could see that the now that the fundamentals have passed, and we've looked at a positive dollar going on in the market. I mean, if you look at the news, like I showed you earlier, the dollar is positive right here. You can see, oh, forgive me. So now you can see that the dollar is positive right here. Because of that, price has done all of these sweeps. That is why price has done all of these sweeps that you can see over here. This is because gold is supposedly meant to dump right now. But remember, price does not move just because of fundamentals. Fundamentals gives in the earthquake, the bang with the liquidity and the shock waves of sweeps, okay? But then the technical analysis after the shockwave, after the earthquake, and after the market vibrates and goes crazy and chases stop hunts and everything, after that massive earthquake or tsunami wave or whatever you want to call it, you can visualize it in your head as something explosive, then the market starts stabilizing. You take a stone, you throw it in a pond, there's going to be a ripple effect. When that stone hits the pond, that's when the news comes out. Once the ripple goes away, the market goes back to technical analysis. And technical analysis for gold, we are bullish, as I mentioned here. So now that we are bullish, what do I see? Fundamental news, the dollar is good, so it went down, and it's done a clean rejection. I mean, literally, you can see the rejection is halfway point of the rejection wick. I mean, halfway of the body. The price closed, and the body is the same size as the wick. I mean, more or less the same size. Which shows you one thing. It shows you that's a healthy indication that price wants to go up from here. Remember, there are geopolitical events that's happening right now. And forgot to take this down, forgive me. There are geopolitical events going on right now in the world that is influencing the price of gold to continue going up. It may seem like a meme coin, but it's not. It's gold. Gold is the all-time favorite currency or mode of currency for people to exchange, to get and to receive. You know, this gold is the only thing that people always like to use to buy and to sell. That being said, you know, if you go back into you know, back in the day, if you go back in time and you see how did people enter, like when there was like how do I say it? When you see in like ancient times when empires used to go and conquer one each other, when the British Empire conquered this country and that country, and the French Empire conquered this and the Ottoman Empire, etc., what did empires do? They went into the country and they secured most of their gold. Gold is the jewelry that everyone talks about. So gold is a safe haven currency pair. It's a safe haven commodity. And because of that, everybody wants to trade gold all the time. It's the most popular thing, that and Bitcoin. So since we know that the fundamentals show that the dollar is good, and that means gold is going to go down. But because of the technical analysis we're looking at, it looks like gold is going to go up. So for the time being, here's what I'm thinking, okay? Just bear with me. Here's what I'm thinking. If price breaks above this level here, all right? If price breaks above this level here, I'm looking for longs. If price breaks below this level over here, I'm looking for shorts. Everything in between is a consolidation for me. It's a box because you can see the indecision right now. Right now, price is completely indecisive. We are not trading in the zone whatsoever at all. We sit, we watch, we wait, and we look at what the price is doing, and we just wait it out. We don't do anything. We just simply wait it out. Let price either take out the high at 5,090 or it takes out the low at 5,023. Also, another thing you guys might want to learn is that gold, it always moves with $5 intervals. So if you're looking at price right now at 5,065, right? Target is 5,070, 5,075, or 5,060, 5,055. Gold likes to move in the $5 range on the US dollar price. Just some added information that you guys need. Also, we can also look at the dollar. So let's take a look at the dollar. What's the dollar doing? The DXY is the dollar index. If we look at the hour time frame, you could see that the news is really good for the dollar, which is why it's done this massive move. I mean, this is a lot. I mean, look, compare the sizes of these candles. Look at that. Normal little cute little candles, and then boom. This was a very explosive move. So since price has come down, it's done a retracement. This is an imbalance here. This is the 50% point. Price has filled it, and now it's looking bullish, which means that gold and Bitcoin should be bearish. That's what it means. But is that always the case? No, it's not always the case. It is 8 out of 10 times the case, but not always the case. When I said geo, I mean geopolitics. So geopolitics meaning geographic political events. So with reference to the Middle East, with reference to the situation in South America, with reference to the foreign leader that's visiting the White House right now, these things play a huge role in how the market moves. Huge role. So always be mindful of that. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Right now, price has moved. I've taken my trade. I'm done for the day. Now the question is, what are you guys doing? What are you looking for? What do you want me to look at so I can help you, give you a better POV of your trading strategy or your trading results or your market structure right now? What are we looking at? The geopolitics, I don't check it on the news hour, but I like to start my day by looking at the news early in the morning. Now, if you're wondering where I got my political news, I always use, this is my personal opinion. You guys don't have to do this, but it would be knowledgeable if you did. I use First Squawk on Twitter. Just go on Twitter and then type down First Squawk. FIRST SQUAWK, whatever. This is a group where they share instant news before it hits CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, whatever. It's just instant news, instant financial news, and it's mixed with finance, it's mixed with crypto, it's mixed with politics. It's got everything all combined in one place. And from that, I pay attention to it. I start my morning, I take a look at my phone while I have my breakfast, and I catch some notes I catch my notes, and I just get an idea of what's happened while I was asleep and what's currently happening and what's going to happen. They give you nice insights, and it's not something I trade off of, but it's just like a refresher, a news that helps me in my mind. It's First Squawk, FIRSTSQUAWK, First Squawk. Go to X, Twitter, X, and go and type that, and then just turn on their alerts. Then they're just going to feed you information all the time. And that's what I do. That's what I do when it comes to the fundamental news. And then obviously the red news folder, I always look at Forex Factory. Forex Factory is precisely where I look at the news on the charts. All right, so we're looking at gold. Gold is still in some sort of consolidation. We're not moving at all. It's broken out of the range. I mean, we're looking at the consolidation box that we've drawn yesterday. You can see that price has literally been in consolidation. It's done a clean break. It came up, it came down, and it's closed above. Interesting. Liquidity sweep, it's closed above. Again, liquidity sweep, an even bigger one, and it closed above. Interesting enough, I entered a trade right here at the bottom of this wick. Right there, I've entered a trade, literally right there. I placed my stops below here. I entered there and I secured it halfway. All right, let's see what else is going on over here. This could be a fake out. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Oh, let's see NASDAQ. NASDAQ has pumped completely. The US stock market is doing good for the news. Yep, NASDAQ is pretty good. Let's see it on a 4-hour time frame. Yep, rejection, imbalance filled. This high got taken out with an imbalance. It got filled here and here. And this candle is forming during the current news. So I'm anticipating for NASDAQ for price to reach this level over here. Exactly over here. That's your analysis for NASDAQ. That's where I'm anticipating it to go. 25,878. So in gold right now, it is currently still in consolidation, but there's a high probability that this candle might close above. If it closes above these two, I might go long, maybe. Let's see. Maybe. All right, Bitcoin also in consolidation. We are still ranging. All right, guys, any other questions? I've got 46 people watching, and this is only my second stream. So it's a pleasure to have 46 of you guys being here, engaging with me, asking questions. I love it, but I love to see more comments. We've only got Oriane, we've only got Hihi, and Oriane are the only two people who are actively asking questions. And I always appreciate you guys being here every day, asking the right questions. But I'm looking for more questions because I'm on fire right now, and I'm ready to unleash the world of wisdom to the world on YouTube. So ask me questions so I can answer your questions, or let me look at charts and do analysis for you guys. Because right now the market is not moving. It's already done its big move. And Bitcoin, I expected more. I honestly expected more, but it's not bad. From 66,766 to 67,696. I mean, that's $1,000 move. That is $1,000 move. But currently, price is just not moving. Literally at all. But this is a healthy sign that price wants to go up from here. Because this is exactly where this line over here, this black line over here, this line is precisely where price of Bitcoin has officially turned from bearish to bullish. After months of bearishness, this line is precisely where it broke above and it turned bullish. So now price has come back to it, done a liquidity sweep, and it's done an even bigger liquidity sweep. See this extra over here? This is a clear indication that Bitcoin is going to go up. 26%? Oriane, that's amazing. It's definitely a good time to close. In fact, instead of closing your full portfolio, take partials. Take 70% of your trade. Take 70%. If you're up $1,000, take $700 and move your stop loss to break even and let $300 run. Take away 70%. Maybe the price is going to go up, yes, but we never know. So take what you have in front of you right now. 26% is beautiful. It's fantastic. Treat your trading account like a business. If your business is up 26%, secure your profits. Always learn to secure your profits, because before price goes up later today, it might also go down later today before going up. So don't want to be in a situation where you're going to be like, I regret not taking it. Oh, I wish I'd taken it. You don't want to do that. So try your best to secure some. I mean, you can already see Bitcoin, we're looking at it right now. What's happening to it? It is going down. So your 26% is probably 25% now, or 24%. All right, guys, we've got around 5 more minutes before the stream ends. We've got 50 people watching, and we want to know what you guys are trading. Any questions? Being part of the trading community is super important. So when you guys join our trading community, you're going to be able to get into a live mentorship with me. Guys, I'm going to be sitting on camera. You're going to be seeing me, paying attention to you, teaching you guys for free. You don't need to do a paid mentorship because trading education is free. I'm showing you guys how I trade. I'm showing you my setups. I'm showing you every single thing every day at this time. You don't need to pay for a mentorship. You don't need to pay for signals. You don't need to do anything. All you need is to depend on yourself, learn how to trade, learn how to read the charts, understand how to take this to your benefit and use this for your advantage. It could be your first income or it could be your side hustle. But either way, you can be profitable, guys. You can. You can. It's not impossible. I know you're probably watching right now and you're thinking, maybe it's not for me, maybe this, maybe that. Guys, I understand that feeling. I understand that feeling more than anyone. I mean, even thinking that way, as you can see, like I'm holding my hands because I remember the horrors, the blood, sweat, and tears that I've been through for 4 years. It was painful, guys. It was really painful. I've made money and I lost even more. And I made more money and I lost even more. And this is part of trading. In the beginning, you can't be profitable because trading, it is the hardest way to make the easiest money. It is the hardest way. It's super hard to make the easiest money. I can guarantee you right now, I just made what I made right now in this trade, in this setup that I've taken. It's equivalent to someone's half salary of the month. It's equivalent. I'm not bragging about it. It took me years to get to this level. I don't mean to brag, but I'm showing you, and I'm clearly showing you that these levels, I mean, I've marked this level before, didn't I? I mean, you've seen this yesterday. If you were in my live, you'll see it in the Discord community, the chart analysis that I've played. It's right there. The analysis I've done, this level is there. I didn't draw it right now. It's been there. Price came down during NFP news, hit it. I had my limit order placed right there, activated it, went up. I know what I'm doing. I'm not gambling. It's not a coin flip. I placed my entries at specific levels because I've put in the time to understand how to become profitable, to get to this point and to know these levels. The past NFP news that's happened in the last 4 years, all of them I've made money and I've lost money. All of them I've made mistakes and I've learned from my mistakes. Trading it's a journey. There's no shortcut. These signal groups you guys join, these are shortcuts that will not last. Think about it. Someone gives you a signal and they tell you, enter the market now. They have already entered the market, but while they're sitting and they're typing and they're telling you which level to enter, whatever, the price has already moved. So your stops are going to be ridiculously large. Why are you exposing yourself? Why are you depending on someone that you can't see, that you can't hear, that you can't ask questions? They're just giving you courses. I've seen all these influencers, they're sitting and they're teaching people and they're like, there's one guy I've seen, I won't say his name, but you probably know him. He charges $5,000 just for a mentorship. Some other guy, they're charging $100, $300, $500, $1,000. Guys, I'm sure some of you probably bought some ebooks, and when you open that ebooks, you'll find the same information you'll find in Baby Pips. You guys want to study the basics of trading? Go on babypips.com. Super simple. You want me to sit and teach you like this? Join our Discord. The QR is right there. You'll see chart analysis. You'll see trading sessions. You'll see everything. You want an ebook? I personally wrote the book my own time, and I sit and I teach obvious things. I'm teaching concepts that I've failed in, concepts that I've succeeded in, and how I've failed and how I've succeeded. I'm sharing my personal journey into this. And you could see that I'm consistently posting. I'm consistently active. I'm showing you things. I'm showing you results. So it's really up to you. If you're not convinced by now, QR code is right there. Join and judge for yourself. If you're not convinced by then that's fine. No problem. I hope you succeed in your signals group. And if it doesn't, I'm still going to be here. And you can always come back to me and I'll teach you guys the proper way, because that's the only way you guys can actually grow. You need someone to teach you. I've taken 4 years to learn how to trade because I was stubborn and I did not want a mentor. I was stubborn and I watched every single YouTube video on the internet. I've watched every single TikTok video on social media. I have done everything possible through social media and I was still not profitable. It took me 4 years. You need a mentor. A mentor is constantly going to, guide you with your discipline, with your emotional traumas, with your fallouts, with your risks, all of these things that you need to keep you in check. Because trading, the fact is, guys, trading isn't for everybody. I know people who've been trading for 6 to 7 years and they're still not profitable. And there's only one reason. Only one reason. They lack discipline. They don't have control. Absolutely no control. Emotional people. It's not for everybody. But if you believe that you have the confidence, the strength to be patient, not to buy before the news, not to sell before the news, not to enter because you've lost the trade and you double down, and all of these obvious psychological things that you understand. The market does not reward the ones who are always rushing. The market rewards those who are patient. Trading is 90% patient. I'm patient right now. I'm waiting for price to either break this level or this level. I've marked it for you over there. I'm patient. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here chilling with you guys. I'm having a conversation with you guys. Trading is 95%, literally 95% waiting. You mark your levels and you wait. You wait for price to come to you. And as you can see, price came over here. Price came over here. It broke over here. It came, retest perfectly. And then a dump, and then rejected over here. Now price is in this range. Should I trade in this range? No, there's no level here. There's no levels here. There's no lines. So I don't do anything. If you have that strength to stick to your rules by drawing your lines and sticking to your rules, I'm telling you guys, you'll benefit a lot from the free mentorship. You'll benefit a lot from the community. You'll benefit a lot with other active traders. Keep in mind, this is a new community, so it's not going to have a lot of people. But even though it's small, know for a fact that if you're in, you'll be one of the first people inside the community. So you will actually have full engagement from me and my teammates. You'll have full engagement with me and the other active traders. Full engagement. I'll look at your charts. I'll give you feedback. We can even be friends. I love connecting with traders. Traders are my kind of people. Because when I hang out with people, there's only 2 things I talk about. Only 2 things. Are you buying or are you selling? That's it. I don't have anything interesting to say. I might be boring to people because all I talk about is trading. Trading is my life. So if I get to know other traders like yourself, it'll be a pleasure to meet you, to hang out with you. If you guys actually profit off of trading, hell, we can go on a vacation together, or the whole trading group. Imagine how fun that would be. So, long story short, QR is right there. Use your phone, join the community, ask questions, learn, improve, upgrade yourself, guys. Upgrade yourself and stop wasting your time with clickbait videos with this trading indicator and that trading indicator and how to turn $100 to $1 million in 5 days with using this indicator, and this indicator says buy and this indicator says sell. Guys, if it was that easy, all of us would be billionaires. Think about it. You know all these people who are using bots or who are using indicators? Where are these people? They don't exist. Because if there's bots that literally make money for free, you'd be a billionaire. Everyone. There would be multi-billionaires in the world. It'll be unlimited money. But life is not like that. And you know that more than anything. Life is not like that. It's very easy to make money today. Yes, it is very easy. But people who make easy money have specific skills. This is life advice. I'm literally coaching you guys right now. To make easy money, you need skills. You could be a brain surgeon who makes a lot of money. You could be a pilot who makes a lot of money, or you could be a skilled trader and make a lot of money. But if you're an amateur in any of these departments or any of these fields, you're going to struggle. So ask yourself, do you want to be a trader where you're going to be making so much money by doing so little? It's the only job in the world where you can do that. And when you want to actually master trading, you have to commit. Trading is a journey. It is not a one-time thing. It is a journey. It's going to be hard. You're going to lose a little bit. You're going to struggle. It's going to be complicated. But I know people personally that I've been teaching for 5 months, 6 months. They're already trading. They're posting everyday pictures on their social media. They're driving Bentleys and Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Rolls Royces, and they're in Dubai and they're having a good life. You guys can do that too. So if you are above, join the mentorship, ask questions, ask any questions. Don't be ashamed of it. Be a part of it, and I will be there for you through and through. You have my word. So coming back to gold, gold is not moving anywhere. It's still in consolidation. So I'm expecting moves probably in the next hour. In the next hour, we're going to be seeing moves because 6:30 UAE time, which is 9:30 US time, is where another it's the first wave of liquidity is when the news comes in, and the second wave of liquidity comes in at 9:30 a.m. US time. So at 9:30 a.m., you're going to expect to see a second wave of liquidity that's going to be taking out a lot of stop hunts, and that's where I'm expecting price to start moving aggressively. And Bitcoin, as you can see, is pumping. No surprise over there. I was fully prepared to see a move like this happen. I've even had it on the chart earlier. Bitcoin is bullish, guys. It is bullish. It is healthy. It's going up. So if you bought Bitcoin, hold. Don't need to close it. If you have XRP and all these other crypto coins, hold it. Don't need to close it because Bitcoin is bullish. And in fact, I think that this right here, where we are right now, I believe where we are right now is precisely where Bitcoin is going to start making moves towards 100K. I think where we are right now is a good place for Bitcoin to start going towards 100K. Yeah, mark my words. Remember what I'm saying. We are at a place where Bitcoin is likely to begin taking off from here towards 100K. Now I'll explain why. You're looking, you want me to explain why? Simple. Downtrend, okay? Downtrend. I mean, this is all a massive downtrend. All right, price came down over here, liquidity sweep to the fullest form, and then inverse fair value gap filled, and then it created a bullish fair value gap over here, which got filled, 1, 2, and 3. And this level over here where it's rejecting, as you can see right here, this line over here is exactly the same line over here where the lower high was taken out. See that? That lower high got taken out over here. You can see it very clearly. Let me remove the orange line. You can see it very clearly right here. This lower high gets taken out over here. This is where the bullish move, the market structure shift happened over here. All right, there was consolidation. Price came in over here, rejected beautifully. See, this is a clean, like these two candles, bullish engulfing candle. Liquidity sweep below the level, but it closed above. Liquidity sweep, an even bigger one below the level, closed above. And if you look at it 5-minute time frame, this is what the liquidity sweep looks like. The liquidity sweep usually shows you liquidity, which everyone enters over here and they place their stops below. What happens, price comes in and it activated all the stop loss orders, and then it took off from there and it's heading up aggressively. So Bitcoin is bullish. Depending, let me see your comments. You can spell on the screen. You think it's a good time for me to close? 26%. We already talked about that. Maybe the price will go up later today. May I know what is a suitable leverage? It really depends what your leverage is. I mean, your leverage really just depends on you. It really depends on how much risk you want to take. So I can't tell you because I don't know your portfolio. I don't know how much trading capital you have. I don't know what leverage you have. I don't know anything about your portfolio. So I can't advise you financial advice of what leverage you should take. But I advise you to use proper risk management, and that's my personal opinion. How to set leverage, it depends on what exchange you're using or what broker you're using. If you're using a crypto exchange, you're going to find the option of leverage on the right side where it's going to say leverage, and then you just, it's like a scroll button where you just click and you change your leverage based on your current trade. And if you're on a broker, it's going to be something you have to do. You have to create an account with a specific leverage from the broker's website itself. These are the only two ways on how to set leverage. We've got 65 people watching. 65 of you guys are probably looking on how to trade and how to be a profitable trader. So feel free to ask me the right questions because I'm here to answer as much as I can. I'm going to enter on a short Bitcoin trade right now. I'm going to take a small minor trade just to enter the market and see where it's going from here. Just a tiny market entry because Bitcoin is in fact bullish and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Any questions, guys? Any other questions? Sheen is waiting for a long, but the long move is already happening, guys. The long move is already happening. As you can see over here, where is the 830? All right, price came up, went all the way up, came down, relative equal lows, and now it's just bullish. So if you guys want to enter, if you want to enter a trade, you have two options. You can either enter from here. Where is the magnet? Yeah, you can enter from here in this level over here, or you can enter from here, or you can enter from here. Or if you want to be really conservative, you can enter from here. So instead of entering one time, you can enter on multiple levels. So you can add a small buy here, and a small buy here, and a small buy here, and then you can add a big buy over here. And place your stops below this liquidity sweep right here. So if you're going to look at the 5-minute time frame, this is this is just what my suggestion is. I've entered this trade, and my stop loss is right here. This is my personal opinion. My stop loss is at 66,300. Yeah, 66,300. That's where my stop loss is. And my take profit is currently over here. I'm targeting 100K. So for now, my take profit is 71,465. All right. So technically, this is what I'm looking at. This is my move over here. This is my target. My entry would be here. All right. And that's it. That's my move. Once price comes over here, I'm probably going to take partials and just leave it open and running because it might react. There's been multiple rejections over here. But Bitcoin is bullish, guys. It is bullish. It's healthy. It's pushing. Any other questions, guys, before I close the stream? Any other questions? Look at that. Look at that push. Look at the liquidity coming in. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is so nice. I love seeing this. I love when the market does this. Very nice. Already pumping. Yep. Just so simple, guys. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is practice. You got to do this again and again and again every day. Every day, get on the chart, look at it, understand the behavior. Gold behaves differently from Bitcoin. Forex behaves differently from gold. Indices behave differently from Bitcoin. Every pair behaves differently. So you need to put, if you want to master the skill, you need to put at least 1,000 hours of your time into looking at the charts. Looking at the charts alone is your class. It is your training. You know, when you sit with me or another mentor or anything, they're gonna be teaching you the theory. They're gonna be teaching you what to look for, what the price is, how the price moves, etc., etc. You know, the ABCs. But really, the experience. You know why traders say, you know, I've got 5 years experience, 10 years experience, etc. The experience comes from looking at the charts, because the charts, you understand price action just by looking at these charts over and over and over again. That's where you get the skill. There's no shortcuts, guys. There is no shortcuts with trading. Remember what I said. It's the easiest way. It's the hardest way to make easy money. So you need to have the skill. And to get the skill, you need to put your time on the charts. So anyway, guys, I'm looking to end the stream right now. We'll catch up and we'll meet up tomorrow. And super important point that I need to pull across right now, guys, is if you want to be part of the stream and learn more about these charts and the streaming in general, join our Discord. Our QR code's right there. Be a part of it. You'll get benefits to ebooks. You'll get benefits to free mentorship with me. You'll also get benefits to chart analysis. And also you'll always get reminders for my daily live sessions. So be sure to join the Discord group and like our video right now. Give me a thumbs up and also follow our YouTube. We need to grow our community, so we are reaching out to more active traders such as yourself, so we can also expand our outreach to traders like yourself, so we can build a trading community. Because between you and I, guys, I love traders. I love traders. I love communicating with them. I love exchanging ideas with them. I love hearing about their thoughts and their strategies and everything. Strategies shouldn't be a secret. Let's be honest. All the traders out there, they all have their secrets. They're all keeping strategies to themselves because they want to sell you their mentorship. They want to sell you something. They want to give you their affiliate links and all of these things. I don't want that. What I want is to exchange strategies, to talk to other traders, because you know what? Sometimes my strategies fail. Sometimes their strategies fail. They don't post consistently. I'm sure you've noticed. You'll notice they'll only post their wins, but they won't post their losses. Why? Because no one is consistently profitable. Trading is a tough thing. Sometimes you're going to be wrong. Sometimes the price is going to come down and hit your stop loss. And when that happens, you should have the discipline to just walk away from the charts. So for me, this community means more to me, to build it, to grow it, so I can connect with like-minded people of the trading community. So put a thumbs up, hit a follow. Let's grow the community together and get in touch with me on Discord. Ask me personally by name. My name is Faisal. Write to me. Ask me questions. I'm here for you. Until then, it's been real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.